Special thanks to CJ, Nix, Mariji, L, Howland Requiem, Holly Miller, Karen Duca, Kaorian Mori, Kapachi, and Sarah Bear for supporting the channel and supporting my content. Thank you so much, guys. There's so many names now. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. Today, we are once again returning to r/fakedisordercringe. They're still going on. People are still faking disorders on TikTok for clout, still happening, and it's still cringe. Let's take a look, shall we? I got autism testing, and the results really broke me. I got tested for autism a few weeks ago and got my results back. I was told I'm not autistic because I can hold a conversation and I can accurately describe my feelings and my language skills are good. I just feel like there's something off about that. I feel like a lot of autistic people can do all those things as well. I mean, I know it's definitely possible I'm not autistic, but those don't seem to be good reasons to me. She instead diagnosed me with a bunch of things that heavily overlap with autism, but not autism. I just feel so defeated and I don't know what to do anymore. All of my mental health professionals acted like I was crazy for even thinking I could be autistic, and I wanted to prove them wrong and now I can't. I just bawled my eyes out for hours after getting my results. Okay, this is gonna be a take that I shouldn't need to make, and I don't know if people have said this before, but is very, very important. If you are going to the doctor to find out what you have or to get a diagnosis, you should not be actively trying to get a specific diagnosis. You should not be going to the doctor specifically to get an autism diagnosis. You should be saying, I think I might have this, and these are my symptoms, and then find out from the results what you have. If your doctor said you don't have autism, but you have other things that heavily overlap with autism, that is not a bad thing. What you've just been told is how you can improve that, how the things you can do, okay? You are now one step better to making your mental health better. If there are a lot of symptoms that overlap, this proves points I've made in previous videos where you might not have known that those other things existed, and now you do, and now you know how to deal with that, which you wouldn't have known if you just assumed you had autism. This is good news for you. This is good news for improving your mental health. You should always be going to the doctor with the intention of finding out exactly what you have and how to improve it. You shouldn't be going to the doctor to prove that you have autism and to prove them wrong about that. Alters that would definitely get us fake claimed, but add a little spice and some reasons why. Okay, so it's a Dream SMP character. It's a Dream SMP character. It's the same 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 Dream SMP character. Dear Lord, please give me strength. Okay, right. First of all, why is it always Dream SMP people? Why are they always the alters? It's always Dream SMP. And why do they have like 8 of the same Dream SMP character? I don't. SMP stans are on another level, dude. They can't just like something. It can't just be that they are a fan of something and their personality is being a fan of something. They have to claim that their whole identity has been formed around the SMPs. They are the SMPs, and not just once, but like 7 times of the same guy. I really need to apologize, but I'm too scared at this point. Like, I need to, but also I don't know how to explain that me and Hades fused and it made Lilith. Praying that as soon as things go back to normal for us, Hades and Klaus will go back to being their own individual people instead of being Lilith. I don't know. I'm guessing that identities can fuse. Can they separate again? Can they just fuse and then just pop back to being themselves? Is that how that works? Also, not to be nitpicky, but me and Hades fused? Would it not be Klaus and Hades fused to make me? Not me and Hades fused. I'm feeling like there's been a lapse in acting right there. Also, next question, okay? Are we talking Klaus from Umbrella Academy or Klaus from Klaus, you know? That was a dumb joke. I'm sorry. I'm Spamton. I'm the host now. I'm a trauma holder. My sign off is a floppy disk. I'm gender fluid. I use any pronouns. I think I'm pan. I'm an IRL of Spamton, unicorn, cream cookie, ice juggler, and oh boy, this is oh crap, what's it called? It's not Undertale, it's the other one. Deltarune. This is a Deltarune character, right? Oh boy, kids, dude. So it's always the kids. What's the next one? I am Parfait. I'm an internal self-helper. My sign-off is this heart. I'm a trans mask and my pronouns are he, him only. I'm gay. I'm an IRL of Parfait, Amber, Sugar, Earl Grey, and Muffet. Like all of them together? Was the last one all of the characters they mentioned together as well? Okay. I'm Moonlight. I'm a caretaker. My sign-off is a star. I'm non-binary. I use it/its. I'm not sure of my preference. I am a real life of Moonlight Cookie, Pink Addison, and Sugar Glass Cookie. Are all of their alters like IRL versions of just 3 characters just smashed together? Do they all have 3 forms? Or are they like merged? I have many questions. And do they have any non-introject characters? That's the other thing. Do they have any non-fictives? Because do you get systems where every single identity is a fictive? Does that happen? I don't know if it does. Swear doctors are useless sometimes. Doctor, don't confuse your Google search with my 6 years of medical school. Patient, don't confuse the 1-hour lecture you had on my condition with 20 years of living it. I hate the arrogance behind these kind of posts of people that think they know more than a doctor. Like, you know, it's literally a doctor's job to deal with people with mental health issues, especially in the modern day. They are coming into contact with people who are open about mental health more and more and more, so they are learning more and more and more. Like, I get that you can live something and experience something and believe that you know what you have. However, those symptoms could come from anywhere. Okay? This is really common. We saw it with the autism earlier. Just because you have some symptoms of bipolar disorder doesn't mean that all of your symptoms come from that. You could have these symptoms from anywhere. You could have symptoms from anxiety or depression that are crossing over. So you think you have bipolar when actually you have things coming from many other illnesses that you didn't even know about. And it's a doctor's job to figure that out. And not only do they have access to all of the same research you do, such as Google, they also have access to a lot of very up-to-date and constantly updated and very, very useful studies and books and journals, because it's kind of their job to have access to these things. Don't treat your doctor like, oh, I can't believe he didn't diagnose me. Treat your doctor as someone who's going to help you figure out what you do or do not have, because that is their job, okay? You shouldn't be actively trying to persuade your doctor that you have an illness. You should be working with your doctor to figure out what you have. Is the natural response to want to start dancing? Natural ADHD response. Oh yeah, because no one else ever responds to something that would make people want to dance by dancing. Only ADHD people dance, obviously. Have you ever seen someone without ADHD dancing? I haven't. Don't self-diagnose off of TikTok, please, by the way. If you ever say, I do this, or I like doing this, and someone goes, that means you have ADHD, please do not roll with that, okay? Do some actual research. Don't just go, well, this person diagnosed me with ADHD on TikTok, so it must be true. Hi, we are the Red System. We have over 1,000 alters, and all of them tend to front right now because we lost our dad in August. That is sad. I am the host of the system. My name is Kiara. It's very nice nice to meet all of you guys, and I hope to make some friends here. 1,000 alters and all of them front. Is this just their way of saying, I can act however I want, and it could be anyone, and you can't prove me wrong? Anyway, they also then have, we have 2,000 alters. We are shy but like making friends. Host Kiera. So it doubled. That's how you know that they're totally legit and not making it up, is they went from 1,000 alters to 2,000 alters. Wow, absolutely incredible. Me checking to see if my special needs brother has been faking it for the past 33 years. I've seen a couple of these. They're pretty funny. His face at the end there when he's like, the heck are you doing? I've seen a couple of these. I find them funny. Hi guys, I wanted to give you some more info on being transracial. Oh boy, here we go. Transracials can use any cultural slur, example the N-word or P slur, only if they have changed to that race. Unless you are black, you can't say, wow. It's like that. Also, I am allowed to say that slur because I quickly shifted to black, but I am now back to being Japanese. Also, I think I want to be Korean, so I might become half Japanese and half Korean. I'll have to think about it. Phenomenal. Oh, you just, nothing like just casually going, I'm black now, and then using a slur. But why do you want to? There's more to this, okay, but I just need to address, why do you want to use slurs? Why do you need to? Why? I'm getting so tired of having to edit myself to look like a Japanese girl all the time. Why did Jesus make me white? Why can't I just be born Japanese? Interesting religious subtext there. The national religion of Japan, I believe, not Christianity, but I mean, sure, a Japanese person can be Christian. That's fine. I've seen signs of my family slowly becoming Japanese. My brother used to hate on anime, but now I saw him watching Haiku. That doesn't make him Japanese. My parents were watching Alice in Borderlands, which is a Japanese show. That doesn't make them Japanese. My sister was having Japanese food last night. That doesn't make them Oh my gosh. My other brother is taking Japanese at school. He might just want to learn the language. I'm going to tell my parents about being transracial soon. Oh boy. It keeps going. It keeps going. Oh geez, I cannot remember how to read most Japanese. Konnichiwa. That's the only, I can only read konnichiwa. I am sorry. I can't read Japanese. That was the response. Sorry, I've gotten so used to speaking Japanese, it's become a habit. Like I randomly just say konnichiwa or arigato. First of all, she spelled konnichiwa wrong. Second of all, literally the two most commonly known Japanese words being hello and thank you. Like, Amelia, I thought you said you'd stop. Also, about what you posted on your private story, please delete it. You're literally fetishizing Japanese culture. You can't fetishize your own culture. I told you, I'm half Japanese and Korean. You will forever be white. It's a weeaboo Koreaboo all in one. Phenomenal. I'm Amelia, but I'm more comfy with Sakura. Transracial. Of course, she would go with like the most common Japanese name. Like Sakura, to anyone that doesn't know, means cherry blossom in Japanese, and it's a very common Japanese name. Plenty of anime characters with that name. This one's satire.
Oh yeah? Yeah? Well, I'm a minor. And I'm neurodivergent. And I'm bisexual. And I'm non-binary. Why are you yelling in a neurodivergent bisexual non-binary minor's face?
Destroyed! Owned! Destroyed with facts and logic with Ben Shapiro. They did, however, mess up the subtitles, okay? Because the voice clearly said bisexual and the subtitle said lesbian. And I just can't allow that kind of slip up. Bingo! This was a how to spot a DID faker bingo. So uses a genic term, publicly lists triggers, stalks this sub, claims to see alters and inner world clearly, switches extremely quickly, has a fit when called out and gets their friends to back them up, displays symptoms publicly, claims to have 3+ disorders, hyper-specific alter roles, has more than 10 alters, TikTok and or Twitter, typing quirks, free space, has alters headmates, used to roleplay / cosplay, inner world sex, undiagnosed or self self-diagnosed, claims to be unable to control their alters, doesn't take responsibility for their actions. Popular media sources, in a public systems Discord, max DID quiz score, card or simply plural, struggles with self-identity, had no signs of the disorder beforehand, came out as a system in the past year, 13 to 18, still in school. Not all of these are obviously like someone has expressed one of these and is therefore obviously faking. I think you can have some of these and not be faking. However, a couple of them I wanted to talk about because I hadn't really considered it before. But for example, publicly listing triggers seems like a terrible idea to go on a platform like TikTok, as public as TikTok is, as unmoderated as TikTok is, and to list all of your triggers, because you're gonna have people immediately respond by trying to trigger you, which does not seem like a good defense mechanism. Additionally, displaying symptoms publicly, I believe that most DID systems tend to mask because there's a lot of stuff that comes with publicly displaying it. People will judge you. It's harder to get jobs. It's harder to be accepted. So a lot of the times they mask. Inner world sex keeps popping up on fake disorder cringe. I don't know why people are obsessed with their alters having sex. I don't think it happens, and it probably doesn't happen as commonly as these people make it out to happen. We're gonna move on now because I need to hurry. If you're not a DID system, literally do not use they them pronouns. It's not hard. Why are you judging people for using pronouns? Non-binary people exist, me being one of them. You don't just invalidate non-binary people because you have DID. That's not how this works. What, is your opinion on pronouns suddenly more valid because you are pretending to have multiple personalities? Nah, I am non-binary and I use they them. You don't have a say in that. All systems are disordered. Every system has some form of severe trauma. If you don't, you're literally just role-playing. Then what about systems that are traumagenic but not disordered? They don't dissociate and they don't identify as a disordered system. You have to dissociate to be a system. POV, you know nothing about the DSM-5. It's literally called dissociative identity disorder. Editor's note, dissociative identity disorder. I am aware I say it wrong almost every time. It bothers me as much as it bothers you. Trust me. Also, excuse my voice right now. I have COVID. Good job I got recording done before I got COVID. And it comes from trauma. Pretending to be a system and someone's like, okay, but this is criteria. And you go, but what about the ones that don't fit into that criteria? They don't have it? Congratulations, you answered your own question. They don't fit into the criteria. It's not hard. POV, you live with all your source mates. Tubbo's bag, Quackity's button up, Wilbur's jacket, Schlatt's, of course it's Dream SMP stuff again. It's always Dream SMP stuff. I'm tired of it. Give me something new, please. It's either Dream SMP or it's like My Hero Academia alters. Please, just give me something new. I want something new. I'm tired of it. I don't want to keep mocking children for claiming to have Dream SMP alters, but I cannot avoid it. It is all of them. It's everywhere. I am losing my mind. Come up with something original, please. Y'all ever just try to sleep and an unknown headmate keeps intensely singing I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys? Yeah, us too. No, I don't know what that's like. And neither do people that actually have alters, because it's not how it works. It's not how it works. As Christmas approaches, we get more and more nervous. Tubbo isn't great at masking and he's triggered out by Christmas stuff. We just sort of have to hope. Triggered out by Christmas stuff. In what way? And of course, I didn't even realize it's Tubbo again. I didn't even realize. I started reading it. I got to the end and I didn't even realize. I can't escape it. I cannot escape it. What does your headspace look like? Mine is a house where we each have our own room. Except for me and my non-human alter, we live outside the house in this quiet and peaceful void, working on turning it into an open sunny field. However, I do go back inside the house and talk to my 3 alters that live there. Real interesting how they say that they start saying my alters, okay? They are addressing this very possessively. They aren't saying our headspace. A lot of these say our headspace or address it as a group thing, right? They talk about the alters as a whole. This one is being very possessive. My headspace, my alters. I am curious if that says anything or not. I don't know. I don't know if that says something for or against. Let me know in the comments if you have anything to say on this, because that's an interesting difference to note there. Kinda implied hallucinations? I don't know. Hi, sorry for the shaking, but Dream is not there, right? I have a couple of things to say about this. First of all, from my knowledge, Dream hasn't had any public appearances or shown his face yet, right? So let's say you're sat in this hallway and you see someone stood there dressed like Dream. Do you A, immediately assume that is the Dream and freak out because the Dream is in your school? Or do you B, assume that they are cosplaying? Regardless of hallucinations or not, I'm gonna assume that it's a cosplay. Even if they're not really there, I'm not gonna go, that's Dream. I'm gonna go, that's someone dressed up as Dream. Second of all, and I'm pretty sure people that actually hallucinate will agree with this, people that actually have schizophrenia will agree with this. When you start filming, you're not gonna see the hallucination in the camera. The hallucination's gonna be there, but the camera is a separate entity that your eyes are viewing separate to the world around you. So you're not just gonna duplicate the hallucination onto the camera and see it there. And I believe this is something that anybody that suffers from hallucinations can probably attest to. And the final one. Watching a new anime, get ready for the fictives and introjects. Because that's how that works. At this point, they're not even pretending, okay? They are just saying, I'm going to watch an anime, I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to fan off about some of the characters. I'm gonna go, I really like these characters, and maybe even cosplay them. But that's not how DID works. You don't just watch an anime and just suddenly start adopting characters from the anime into your mind. I'm gonna end it there. I'm right about to run out of footage, space on my camera. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. If you want to support me in making more content like this, then I have a Patreon in the description down below, or equally you can click that join button on the channel. It helps a lot more than you might realize, but by no means should you feel like you have to. I'm going to keep making content regardless. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.